African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals, intelligence, and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of March 23, 2026. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. The North Group of Forces improved the situation along the front line. The group hit the manpower and hardware of a territorial defense brigade close to Miropolye Novaya Sek and Kondratovka in the Sumy region. In Kharkov region, Russian troops hit a mechanized brigade, a motorized infantry brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine, and a territorial defense brigade have been hit near Sosnovy Bor, Polnaya, Mariino, Verkhnaya Pisarevka, and Staritsa in the Kharkov region. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to more than 245 troops, 10 motor vehicles and 2 artillery guns. 3 ammunition depots, 1 fuel depot, and 8 materiel depots were neutralized. The West Group of Forces improved the tactical situation. They inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine, a territorial defense brigade, a National Guard brigade close to Studenok, Novosinovo, Shikovka, Borovaya in the Kharkov region, Stary Caravan, Svyatogorsk, Krasny Liman, and Korovy Yar in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses amounted to up to 180 troops, a tank, an armored fighting vehicle, 20 motor vehicles, and an artillery gun. 1 electronic warfare station and 4 ammunition depots were destroyed. The South Group of Forces took more advantageous lines and positions. Russian troops inflicted fire damage on 3 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade, an airmobile brigade, a mountain assault brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine close to Konstantinovka, Slavyansk, Ilyanovka, Nikolaevka, Druzhkovka, Nikolaipol, and Novodmitrovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost more than 180 troops, 10 motor vehicles, a field artillery gun, and an electronic warfare station. 1 ammunition and 3 materiel depots were eliminated. Elements of the Center Group of Forces improved the situation along the front line. They inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade and an assault regiment of the armed forces of Ukraine, a marine brigade and 2 National Guard brigades close to Svetloy, Matyashevo, Dobropolye, Grishino, Belitskoye, Priut, Torskoye in the Donetsk People's Republic, Novopodgornoye, Chuguyevo, and Ivanovka in the Dnepropetrovsk region. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to more than 375 troops, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 14 motor vehicles, and an electronic warfare station. The East Group of Forces continued advancing to the depth of the enemy's defenses. The group hit 1 mechanized brigade, an assault brigade, an air assault brigade, and 4 assault regiments of the armed forces of Ukraine near Kopani, Tersyanka, Novosoloshino, Mirnoye, Golubkovo, Lugovskoye, Lyubitskoye, Komsomolskoye, and Gorkoye in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy lost more than 260 troops, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 7 motor vehicles, a Grad MLRS, and 2 field artillery guns. The Dnieper Group of Forces improved the tactical situation. Losses were inflicted on manpower and hardware of a mechanized brigade and a mountain assault brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine near Kamishevaka, Orekov, and Zaporozhets in the Zaporozhye region. More than 35 troops, 5 motor vehicles, 4 electronic warfare stations, an artillery gun, and 4 ammunition and materiel depots were neutralized. Operational tactical aviation, attack drones, missile troops, and artillery of the Russian groups of forces have inflicted damage on fuel and power facilities of Ukraine, port and transport infrastructure used in the interests of the armed forces of Ukraine, assembly and launch areas of long-range unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as temporary deployment areas of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 147 areas. Air defense systems shot down 8 guided aerial bombs and 526 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles.
In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the enemy has lost 671 aircraft, 284 helicopters, 126,663 unmanned aerial vehicles, 652 anti-aircraft missile systems, 28,430 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,691 MLRS combat vehicles, 34,020 field artillery guns and mortars, 57,546 units of support military vehicles.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.